everyone, this is lesson 23. So we have now learned all of the fingers on the tapes in first position, okay? So you know where all of the notes are on the staff for the G string, the D string, the A string, and the E string violins, violas and cellos, C, G, D, and A. You know where all of those notes are, where they live on the staff, where their staff house is. And you should know where their fingerboard house is, okay? Our violin, our string fingers are very well off. They have two houses, fingerboard houses and staff houses. Kind of like having a mountain house and a beach house, right? So each note has two houses that it lives in, on the fingerboard and one on the staff. So today, what we're gonna talk about is on the very first page, you have to write down on that fingerboard chart on the left-hand side of the page, write what notes those are. Violins, I will say it again, you should have 4 letters that have sharp with them, okay? Where are the 4 letters in first position, where are the 4 houses that have sharp with it? First finger on the E string, F sharp. Write a sharp next to that F. Second finger on the second finger on the E string. Let's go this way. G sharp. Write a sharp next to that G. Second finger on the A string. Write a sharp next to that C. Second finger on the D string. Write a sharp next to that F. Those are the 4 letters that have sharps in first position violins. Violas and cellos. Think about it. Second finger on the D string, write a sharp next to that F. On the A string, write a sharp next to that C. You have 2 notes that have sharps, okay? Only 2. Lucky. Say the violins. They don't have to write 2 extra sharps. So violas and cellos, second finger on D, second finger on A should have a sharp with it. Then, these are all things you know, but I kind of mixed them up in a different order. So the first staff, right where the open string is. So open G. How do you write open G? So it says G, and then it says the G string. Then the next one, D, D string. Write that on the staff. Where is its staff house? A, where's its staff house? First line, all of the open strings. The next one down, it says first fingers. So where would you put first finger on the G? Where is his staff house? This is A on the G string. So write, where does this A live? Okay? He does not live in space 2, violins. He lives on a ledger line, 2 ledger lines down, right? Okay? So you have to get the right A. It's kind of like he has to be in the right house. So maybe your house number is house 312. But if you're not on the right street, you're going to be in the wrong house. If you go to another street and you go into house 312, that is not your house. Okay? So make sure that they're in the right houses. First finger on the G string. Put him in the right house on the staff. Then we do second fingers, and it always goes G string, D string, A string, E string. Violas and cellos, yours goes C, G, D, A, okay? So make sure you get your fingers, the right letter on the fingerboard in the right staff house. Okay, second page, slur or a tie. What's the difference between a slur and a tie? They are both the same curved line, but a slur, the notes must be different. A tie, it's the same note. They have to live in the same staff house, okay? So not just the same letter, but the same staff house. Okay, then underneath that, I should give you 2 notes. So the first one is 2 half notes, and they are tied together. How many beats does that equal? And then is there a note, well, how many beats does a half note tied to a half note equal? 4. What note do you know what one note gets 4 beats? A whole note. Okay, so draw one note that equals 4 beats, and you're going to draw a whole note. Okay, so write in the answer to how many beats total for each tie, and then write the note that gets that number of beats. Okay? Then, on the bottom of the page, a dotted quarter note. So we know that a quarter note gets 1 beat, but a dotted quarter note gets 2 beats. I am missing here it is. Okay. So a dotted quarter note gets 1.5 beats. It gets 1 and 2. It gets the start of beat 2, but this is only half. Okay, so it's missing the and. It gets 1.5 beats. So a dotted quarter note is like this. A quarter tied to an eighth note. This one gets 1, this one gets a half. So the note that it equals would be a dotted quarter note. Okay, so you see that at the bottom of the page. So now you're going to be writing in the counts. Let's do the first measure together. We are in 4/4 time. So we have 4 beats in a measure. The quarter note, 4 on the bottom, means that the quarter note gets 1 beat. So here's the first measure. So we know this will be 1 and 2. Then here's the eighth note. So this one will get and. Then 3, 4. Okay? Look at the next measure. We'll do the first half together. 1 and. Now, what is the next beat that I say after 1 and? 2. So this gets 2. The quarter note gets 2 and then the dot gets 1/2 of the next one, which is 3. And then my next eighth note would get and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, so that last eighth note gets the and. Okay, see if you can't, and then the last quarter note, I ran out of space here. I should have started further over, is beat 4. Okay? See if you can do the very last 2 measures by yourself. Where is beat 1? So write 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and write the correct syllable under the correct note. Okay? That is it for you guys, Theory 1. So today we learned something new, which is dotted quarter notes, and hopefully you got all of the notes on the fingerboard in the right staff house. See you guys next week. Have a great week.